Hey guys, it's Carl here from WOLVOFFICIAL.com, and this is podcast episode number 28. On this podcast episode, we're going to be talking about problems facing the world. So, it seems like every single day I have to wake up just like you, and it's not the easiest thing to do since my day might consist of waking up for work or going to school, and sometimes it's not always fun. And I have to force myself to get excited about the day, and I'll usually get right out of bed, and if I'm lucky, I'll do some push-ups and just kind of get my mind right. But for the most part, I'll get out of bed and I'll go through some weird phases where I'll sit down on the ground. I'll just get out of bed, sit on the ground, and I'll just look at my life. It's almost like meditation. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out what means the most to me and how I'm going to attack the day head on. And I just called this problems that I have when it comes to facing the world each and every day. So I kind of want to help you out and give you the best piece of advice, as far as routines that I do when it comes to waking up. That's how I do it. And I already told you that I wake up and I do push-ups, but also I'll put some music on and I'll just listen to my music. It's usually meditation or some soft piano music. Usually it's not anything too hi-fi where it gets you all pumped up or anything like that. It's not that. But when I do finally wake up, I'll shut my alarm off and then I'll go and I'll do the whole sit on the ground thing. I'll get out of bed because that's the hardest part, is just getting out of bed. And that's what you have to get out of bed, and you have to face the world, and it can be a big problem. So that's kind of what I do. And so I get on the ground and I'll stretch my body out, and I'll put my feet in front of me, lay on my bottom with my feet in front of me, and I'll stretch out, and I'll just think to myself, yeah, I may have to go to work here in an hour. That's what I'm thinking to myself. But I'm also asking myself, am I ready, to take the world head on? And it's easier said than done, but that's what has to be done. And I'm thinking of things that I need to do that day. And although I've planned a list the night prior, I planned a list the night prior of what I'm going to do or what I think I'm going to do that very morning, but it doesn't always go like that. Sometimes I think about things on the fly, and that's just me being flexible and keeping an open mind. So that's kind of what I do. And I'll usually have some words of affirmation that I'll look at on YouTube or something, and it'll be very, it'll be very inspiring, and it'll just help me refocus and reevaluate my life and how I'm going to approach that very day. So it's not always glamorous, life is really hard, but you have to have some kind of plan, and you have to have some character to face the world, because it's not always rainbows and sunshines. You really have to pull it from out of you. Got to grab that motivation and just take the day head on. But you can't do that unless you're allowing certain things to come into your life, such as audiobooks and courses and people of motivational value and character. And having that is a bonus, because I can't tell you how many times I've gone into work early in the morning, and because I woke up even earlier than I was supposed to, maybe a few hours before work, I was able to feel a certain way. I was able to take on the day in a different approach because of the fact that I woke up and I had my affirmations of confidence boosters and stuff like that. And that's really important to me, and I still do that to this day. You can do the same thing. It's not hard at all, but it's really necessary that you have some kind of person that you can lean on, whether it be in person or online. Sometimes we don't have that person in our life yet, and that we need to get on YouTube or something and start listening to people talk just to get your mind in the game. And this is early in the morning before you're even woke up. Well, I mean, you wake up, but as soon as you wake up, before you're actually ready to, and your mind's working and you've had breakfast type of thing. This is kind of in a way, it is kind of like breakfast. Waking up, and maybe you would look at a magazine that you want to have in your life. Maybe there's a picture in the magazine, but it's these little things that remind you of why you're waking up in the first place, so that you can take the day on with a sense of confidence. These are little tools and tricks that I use so that I'm better able to take on the day and handle those people that might get on my nerves. And it allows me to look at those people in a different light, and instead of getting on their frequency, I'm actually on my own frequency. And it's good because I like to set the pace, and I think you should too. It's a good feeling. Again, though, we all have problems, facing the world every day. But I'm telling you, it's up to you and how you look at life and the things that you let into your life that are going to determine how your day goes. You got to be pumped up about it. You got to get motivated, because it's going to be hard. If you're not prepared, for the day, you'll never be 100% prepared, but you can get your mind right. And you can get it ready to welcome opportunities. Well, this concludes the end of this podcast episode number 28. Again, I want to thank you for listening, and I strongly encourage you to go to WOLVOFFICIAL.com and subscribe to my email list. Also, I encourage you to go to my YouTube channel and check out some of my music. I think you'll see a whole different side to me that you didn't already see. And there's just so much there on YouTube that I've posted that I think you'll really enjoy. And if you're interested, I recommend that you go to my Facebook page at WOLVOFFICIAL. You can type it in and you'll see it. Please follow me on Spreaker. I think that's really cool. I absolutely love Spreaker. And I have been noticing that a lot of people are listening to my channel more and more there on Spreaker. And I want to give you guys a big thanks for that, because I'm going to keep doing this for a very long time. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you on the next episode. On episode number 29 is coming up after this. Bye, guys.